Well, us here on Idaho Today, we are super excited because coming to Sun Valley, Idaho in November is the Dublin Guitar Quartet. This is an incredible group traveling all the way from Ireland to the Great Potato State. So we're joined right now from Ireland currently, one of the founders, Brian Bulger from the Dublin Guitar Quartet. Hello.
We have potatoes in common then.
We certainly do, my friend. Yes. We are so excited to be talking with you today, Brian. First, give us a little background on the Dublin Guitar Quartet. How did you guys start? Because you have a really impressive background when it comes to studying music and performance as well.
Yeah, so we're known as, we would be a classical guitar quartet. So it's for, you know, like Spanish guitars. And we're kind of like a string quartet, but with guitar. So there's no singing or that. It's like chamber music. And we play a lot of, we specialize in contemporary classical music. And we play a lot of American composers like Philip Glass and Steve Reich. And we play some music by a composer called Rachel Grimes and Mark Mellitz from Chicago. So we have this kind of minimalist, post-minimalist focus. A lot of people, when they hear contemporary music, they think, you know, quite dissonant, difficult, kind of, you know, heavy kind of stuff. But we have a more, I don't know, a tuneful kind of consonant, sonorous kind of focus.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, we formed in college. We were all at the Conservatory of Music here. And we decided, like, we looked at the guitar quartet kind of scene, which is not massive, and we saw that there was nobody, and there still is nobody, specializing in new music, new contemporary classical music at all. So we thought that would be a good kind of niche, and it's worked out for us. We've managed to, you know, this is like our 14th trip to the States for a tour. So it's yeah, it was good. It was a good thing to look into.
Absolutely, yeah, an immense success. And we just saw a little video too of you guys playing together in a circle, and happened to notice that one of those guitars that you're playing though is an 8-string guitar. I think most people are familiar with a few less strings when they think of a guitar. But explain that though, because you'd mentioned this is a classical approach to what you do. Yeah,
most people when they who are into music might be aware of a thing called a 12-string guitar, but that's like 2 strings for every string. That's something different. What we use is we use 8-string and sometimes 11-string guitars, and they're basically like this normal 6-string in the middle, but you have an extra top string, which sometimes breaks, because it's an E string just stretched up to get an extra note, and a bass string, and this allows us to achieve the arrangements that we make. So we take, there's not a lot of music written for guitar quartets, so we take pieces. String quartets, choir pieces, piano pieces, and make our version and kind of work that out. Yeah, so we need those instruments to get those notes, you know, because we don't have the range on a normal 6-string.
And you guys will be here in Idaho in Sun Valley. You had mentioned you've been to the States a number of times, but have you ever been to Sun Valley?
No. I don't have a huge frame of reference for Idaho. My only frame of reference is the Richard Pryor movie, Moving, from 1988 with a young Dana Carvey. So that's my frame of reference, but I'm looking forward to expanding that. Yeah. Well,
we are very excited to have you. You're in for a treat. Sun Valley is absolutely gorgeous. If people want to connect with you before you get here to the States, what do they do?
They can go and buy tickets on visitsunvalley.com, or they can come to dublinguitarquartet.com. We also have an Instagram if you just search for Dublin Guitar Quartet, and say hello and give us a follow, and we'll say hello back.
Wonderful, Brian. Thank you so much. Travel safe. We'll see you soon. Everyone, thank you for joining us here on Idaho Today. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 12:30. Bye-bye.